Happens a lot more, I like to admit.
Me too.
Are we live? We're not
I think we are live.
It's just the way it is.
Well, Jeremy was right on the episode count. We are at episode 34, and it's been we're just 5 days removed from Bike Week.
Oh.
I know, I feel you.
You know, it's not 10 days of Bike Week. It's like 15 days of Bike Week because you got the 2 or 3 days before, then the pre-party. Everyone starts on Wednesday, Thursday with the party.
Oh.
Then you got the 10 days. Then you got the 2-3 days of tear down and breakout and all this stuff. And it's just that 10 days, maybe 10 days of partying for some people, but it's 15, 16 days of actual work.
Yeah.
But I think it was good this year. I think it was better than last year.
For me, honestly, my best day of Bike Week was the last day. It was Sunday, which was weird.
But it was nice out.
It was.
And your
beautiful.
weather permitted a little bit.
Oh, big time.
So Thursday was raining. People were out. But so Sunday was your best day.
Yeah.
Like
I said, no days were bad, but I mean, the best day that I had
Were you up in sales? Would you say you're up for those 10 days?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did better
Compared to
than
last
Bike
year?
Week last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel that we were up at our venues and everything as well. I mean, partially, I think that some of the venues aren't open. Main Street Station isn't open anymore. So I think that took, on Main Street, that's one of the more popular bars.
Yeah.
And it's not around anymore. So the people that came only had, instead of 10 options, they only had 8 options or 7 options. And it was, overall, I'll take it. We were busy, open to close.
I love Bike Week, and I love the attention it brings. I love the amount of people it brings because that's great for the economy. We did have a damn shootout in New Smyrna. The Mongols and the Warlocks were shooting at each other at a gas station. So that was people were coming in there like, "Oh my God, did you hear about the shooting?" I'm like, "Huh?"
I saw it on one of our wonderful Snapchat or Instagram sites around here. Oh yeah, I get my daily news from that thing when I wake up in the morning, find out all the stuff that happened last night.
It's crazy though. Like events like that, I have no time to look at the news and kind of keep up with current events and stuff. And dude, I pull up the internet and Angel Reese, she's a WNBA player, and the pay disparity in between the men and the women's, in all sports, soccer too, we see that. And she was making a claim that the CBA is coming up soon and, maybe they'll just strike.
Okay.
Yeah. So the pay disparity, it's always in the headlines as women get paid less than men. Now, if
I hate to say that, but that happens in the workforce. It happens everywhere.
It does. It does. And
not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that a woman as a CEO and a man, the pay rates are different.
They are. Now, look at women's soccer. U.S. women's national team drives in more revenue than the U.S. men's national team.
Do the women get more?
The women get paid less. That's wrong. So
you think that you should be paid based on what's brought in?
I think they should. If they're...
You can't say they. It's got to be all or one.
Well, the men are already paid that way.
But the men, would you say the men are underpaid? The NFL contract rights are in the $60 billion or something like that they get before the season starts?
Yeah, but
$600 million. It's something I don't even know. Don't quote me on that. It's $600 million or something.
Yeah, it's a lot. Rights.
So are they underpaid considering what they bring in?
No, I don't think they're underpaid. I think they're paid well. But I
know that most athletes don't make majority of their money from their salary. It's endorsement deals.
It's a lot of endorsement
TV
deals.
rights. It's not TV rights, with their own shows.
But I'm talking base salary. So, I think the U.S. women's national team should be making more than the men. They drive in more revenue. They should. But the WNBA, so, the NBA makes millions in profit every year, right? So, there's big, high salaries. The WNBA, their big bitch is that, they want to be paid like the men. And maybe not to the same level, but higher. So I think it was 1996 when the WNBA was created. That league has not made a profit ever.
They've lost $40 million.
$40 million last year. So
why keep doing it though?
I probably just to stay politically correct.
Or tax write-off?
It could be, yeah. Tax
write-off
most
of those
they're owned by the same,
owned by the men's team.
Yeah.
Or the Pistons own this team or the Celtics own this team, for example. Most of them are owned by the franchise.
They are, but it's still different companies. And here's my thing. Instead of talking about going on strike because you're not getting paid enough, go out and promote your league. Go out and promote what you do. Bring more viewers. They play half the season's half as long. They play like 1/3 the amount of basketball, but the viewership isn't there. And if they go on strike, like I think you were alluding to, honestly, who's going to give a shit? The league will probably just go away. There's not enough viewers. There's not enough people that care. That's why it doesn't make any money.
No, it's TV rights is the biggest thing, which is viewership, and game tickets and merchandise. I mean,
but you're not going to get many viewers on ESPN 97.
It's ESPN 101, but okay.
But I don't know. That just irked me because, they should be trying to get more eyes on the product. They should be going out, promoting the league, doing whatever they can, make it exciting. When people start watching, revenue comes in. Salaries will go up.
Let's go back. How are girls' sports? I mean, because they're supposed to look up to, boys look up to the boys' sports, women look up to the women's sports, but there's not enough women's basketball, I'd say, in the high school levels and the college levels. There is, don't get me wrong, but not as big as the men's basketball. So I think that has a lot to do with it. How's the gummy bear?
They're delicious.
Okay, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure you were good.
I love these gummy bears.
I know you do.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, try as hard as you can to get more eyes on the product.
Be different.
Yeah.
Bring the girls on to play a league before. Do some more meet and greets. Do autograph signings. Do something, because you have to like these girls as the young girls or boys, whatever, to be able to follow them. People like LeBron James because they, for example, or Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen, you name the person, but they weren't very personable.
No.
But I think the women's sports had to be more personable. They have to do more meet and greets and more before the shows and more training camps and more kids' days and things like that to get people to come in.
Yeah. No, they have to work harder. Yeah,
but they want more money.
Give you guys an idea how the numbers work. The annual revenue of the NBA is about $10 billion. The annual revenue of the WNBA is between 180 and 200 million. To put that in perspective, the WNBA takes in 2% of what the NBA does yearly.
All right, so that makes sense why their pay is lower. The revenue's not there.
How are you going to pay?
You're already losing 40 million, and now you got to lose more. I don't think so.
Loda James, how are you going to pay her if their money isn't there? She may be the best player on the team, but
you know what I think they need? What I think the WNBA needs is what happened with MMA. They need one star. Ronda Rousey changed MMA. It put, she single-handedly, because she marketed herself, single-handedly put a woman's fight on the main event of pay-per-views. She changed that sport for women. Mm-hmm. Basketball doesn't have, and I hate to say it, but that exciting, attractive, just everybody wants to see person. I think they need that star.
They need a hot blonde basketball player. 6'8", ready to dunk it up.
But you need that marketability. You need that person that people are going to stop what they're doing and just kind of take a second to watch. The basketball isn't as exciting. It's slower paced. The shot clock's longer. It's just slower paced. So you got to have something that's going to take your average basketball fan, somebody, turn it on when nothing else is on, and make that to where they're not going to flip the channel. They're excited. They're drawn in, and it just needs that star. You need one star. Not a 1-star review.
Not a one
star.
Not a come on, Karen.
And I think if they hit that, I mean, Caitlin Clark had a bunch of, a lot of media behind her, but it just didn't stick as that star. Because that star can't,
So how do they become a star? Do they need to go to a nightclub, party it up, and get in trouble and get arrested to be the star?
They have to be Michael Jordan good and actress hot. Are
you trying to build your own AI robot? What are you trying to do here, bud?
I'm saying that's
You're trying to build a bitch right here. Ain't gonna happen.
I mean, that would change that league, their revenue completely, 100%. It would attract more eyes to the sport.
I don't think it'll happen.
Because there are, the two blonde twins that play basketball.
Yeah, for the University of Miami. Love them.
I love them too. They're on TikTok. I follow
Thanks for the
both of
quarterback.
them. but no, there's hot basketball players. It's just that nobody watches the sport.
No, and it doesn't. They brought some eyes to University of Miami, but it didn't bring a shit ton to the sport at
it's
all.
just because they're hot.
Yeah.
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 And I don't even know how they play. I've never actually seen a video of them playing the
So
sport.
they're
I've
not
seen-
that good.
Yeah, they're just hot blondes.
If they had Michael Jordan skills, would change the league, would
Especially
change
because
the
they're
game.
twins. Like if they both got that good and they're hot.
Do you think they're going to the NBA? Do you think they'll go to the NBA?
Skill wise, they should. Well, the
Skill-wise?
NBA, no. The WNBA.
WNBA. I'm sorry, WNBA. Oh, you think they're going to go to the WNBA?
Skill wise, I don't think they have it. What about you?
No. I think they're pretty. They're very pretty girls.
You're pretty to look at, but
They're
that's
very,
it.
very pretty girls. But I've never watched them play basketball. I see them on my TikTok as pretty girls.
Yeah,
They're in uniform, dancing around,
They're pretty
doing a
girls and
TikTok.
100%.
they do a lot.
But is that what?
They do
But
a
is
lot
that?
of
But that's
TikTok.
what?
But that's where I mean
That's where they make their
they
money.
make their money.
Yeah,
So maybe we need to get all the WNBA girls on TikTok.
yeah. But see, they already
See, but the
signed
difference is
a.
they make their money on TikTok because they're pretty.
Uh-huh.
They didn't have like the pretty. It wouldn't because they play like basketball.
You don't think?
I
You
didn't
don't
know
think the
them as-
basketball helped?
I couldn't name one I could not name one women's basketball player that's not a hot blonde that pops up on my TikTok.
See,
Truthfully, the pretty
That's what I'm
girls,
saying.
but that's just life as a female in general.
I think they got to boil down to marketing. WNBA needs better marketing.
Yeah.
yeah. Like
More
the,
TikToks and better marketing.
And the Cavender twins who you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about, they signed an NIL deal. So even if they were going to go to the WNBA, the WWE is offering to pay them way more money.
Really?
Yeah. They signed an NIL deal with that WWE.
To go wrestle.
Yeah.
Have you never seen these girls?
Like once or twice.
They're so cute.
So they dance around on TikTok wearing their jerseys and
Yeah. And
Okay.
millions of people watch it.
okay.
You know?
Now, if they could, do a reverse dunk, shit.
Speaking of TikTok, how detrimental was it when you heard about TikTok shutting down?
Oh, I cried.
Well, it
I
shut
cried
down for what, like 6 hours?
I cried for 3 days when I found out TikTok. That was like my full-time income though, from June until January. That was like my full-time income for the year.
That's awesome.
I made about a little over 20 grand.
Holy
Doing like
shit.
3 or 4 hours a week.
So what do you do? Tell me about these TikTok battles I see. So it's like a man. What are you battling?
Like, do you want like the
Yeah, I
real,
want the- I want the-
raw truth?
I want
Yeah.
raw truth,
Full-hearted? Okay.
full-hearted.
So you sit there basically like in front of a camera like we are right now, and you kind of just talk to your chat, and you're just basically, as a female, it's mostly men.
Yeah.
That's just the comments. Most women have women girls that shoot for them. It's very far and few. As a female, it's mainly men shooting for you. So it costs anywhere from a penny as a gift, and then there's $500 gifts. So it costs real money for you to send the gift. I get TikTok coins, but I get paid every Wednesday. So TikTok gets 50%, I get 50%. And then technically TikTok from me gets 30 and my agency gets 20. So it's
Okay.
split 3 ways. So I still get my full 50. TikTok
50,
gets 30.
20, and 30. So if I
Of
if I
every
if I
dollar.
gave you $100 coin that I paid $100 for,
So that's 10,000 coins is how that would equal out.
you get 10,000 coins, and then basically you're going to get $50 out of
Yes,
that.
so I'd get
the
50.
agency's going to get 20, and TikTok's going to get 30. So they get 30% of everything that I spent my money on to. Now, why would I give you $100?
Because you think I'm cute. Truthfully, or you think I'm funny, or I'm doing something that you're like watching, or I mean, I'm a 32 badge on TikTok, so I've spent over $11,000 on the app. Personally, like out of my pocket, I've spent over $11,000 on that TikTok.
On you paying for other people.
On me sending money to other people. Like me playing the game. It turns into a little bit of an addiction once you start.
So you give me $100
it's
and I come onto
hard.
your page, I
Like
give
I
you
have
$100.
a friend, he's a 50 badge, right? So 50, you've spent over $1 million to hit 50. Like it's there's real
50
money.
it's
Like
called a
this
50
is,
badge?
in my opinion, TikTok should be considered gambling. Like just a little bit. It's a little bit of gambling. You just get nothing back. You get nothing back.
I thought you get 50% back.
No,
No, like the
streamer.
person paying.
When I'm streaming, I get 50%. But if I'm playing the game, I get nothing in return. I'm just watching. I'm playing the game. I want to win. So they spend more and more and more. And I know, like today, I was on the phone with my agency, and he was telling me the number one girl in our agency this month made 1.5 million diamonds. So she made a little over what, $5,000?
$5,000?
Or no, 1.5 million diamonds, so 10 grand this month.
She made 10 grand?
She made, like, took home out of her
So
bank
that
Like
would have
after-
been,
It went
that,
into her bank account.
that would have been
after
about
all-
20 grand that she made because 3,000 went to.
It's a lot. There's so much genuine. Like people judge the girls that do TikTok because you're sitting on your ass doing nothing. They make bank. Sitting
What
on
makes
their
what
ass.
makes
Why-
a TikTok go viral? Like you hear viral on
I'm
TikTok.
not like a poster. I don't really like to post video. I do. I think you post the girlies that go famous, or either you look hot, you said something fucking stupid, or I mean,
Hawk Tui.
hot to exactly. That's how you get famous. Though, is you're either stupid or you're hot. As a female, you have two options.
Joe,
You
Joe,
have two
are we
options
stupid or are
in
we
this
hot?
world.
I think we're gonna have to be stupid.
You don't think we can do the hot? Damn.
I just mean as a female and the female aspect on the internet. Because
But there's a lot of guys on TikTok that do it too, right?
But you got to look. They're sitting there with their muscles and their shirts off and their tattoos. Have you really look at the guys that are making money on that app? They're hot guys. It's not regular Joe that stands on the side of the road and having a conversation. It's
Regular Joe. Thanks a lot.
I'm so sorry.
The regular Joe.
But I mean, like, it's what 19, 20, 21-year-old dudes that are buff and bulked out, sitting there with no shirt on, calling girls hot, and they spend the money. I don't shoot for dudes. I shoot for other women. I can't stand the men on TikTok. I think they ick me out too much, but I just don't find a man sitting there with a shirt off.
Now, what's up with the older people that are doing TikTok?
I love them.
Like the grannies
I love
and
them.
the
I'm like,
freaking.
get your bag, bitch, because yes,
And
you're
they- and
never
they're-
too
and they're-
old to get
and
your
they're
bag.
doing it too, man. They're getting that
Making their thing.
150,000
Because
diamonds.
There's
and-
cutesy girls, like they're cute to me. I think those ones are like, oh, she's
That's
getting
awesome.
like, get your bag. Like you're sitting at home at 60 years old making bank. Like how do you?
Now, I hate to say it, but it seems like it's a lot of work.
It is.
For a little bit of money when you could do YouTube or you could do
No,
Snap.
It's definitely easier than any other platform that you could possibly like. TikTok,
because you're just talking to you're talking to a camera.
You're not even to a camera. You're talking to a live chat. So there's constantly a conversation.
Now, what's the
happening.
battle thing? If
So-
you and another girl, you're basically talking. Are you battling? Are you fighting? Are you?
Yeah, so like me and you, like my team versus your team, right? Say I have people in my chat, you have people in your chat. You call those shooters, like who your shooters are, your team, whatever you want to call them. And then whoever's team can spend the most money. Like realistically, it's
So I go on there, and my team starts
people-
throwing me hundreds and
Are
fifties.
my people more rich than yours? Do you get more money than I get? And that's basically how it is. But they look at it as, oh, I just got a uni. Realistically, you just got $500 for a 2-second gift that pops up on your screen. $500 for 2 seconds of a video that you could watch anywhere. You could go on and search up these gifts. I mean, it's just stupid to me.
So
Sometimes
what's the most?
I love
What's the
it.
most expensive gift?
A uni.
A
So
uni.
your uni is like your big one, and then like Volt gifts will come out.
So I buy
Those
that.
are-
I buy that uni for $500,
yes.
and I can give you that uni, and you would make $250 basically.
Yeah.
Because you get 50%, 30% goes to the TikTok, and 20% goes to the agency.
Not everybody's in an agency. So I'm in an agency because they keep me out of. I say some wild shit on the internet. Like
This show's gonna be
we
so much fun.
we do like Whiskey Wednesday. We do like all the fun shit. So when I get drunk, I might slip up a little bit and get a little.
So what? You can't say certain
There's
words.
certain things that you're not supposed to say. My agency kind of just keeps me out of like if I get like banned, then like they'll get me out of my band faster.
Oh,
Because
the TikTok ban.
So it's not free
TikTok
speech
is,
then.
No, TikTok is not free speech at all. Are you kidding me? Oh.
It's made in
You
China.
get in trouble for literally breathing the wrong way. It didn't used to be.
How many
When
times
I
you- how many
first-
times you been kicked
I
out?
have never been kicked out, actually. And I, don't
I do not
understand
believe
my
that.
agency on their big one because we love Perfect Society for that one because I've said some wild shit on the internet.
So what's something wild that
They
you would
call
say
it
to
like
get kicked
Malia
out?
after dark. Well, you get kicked out for a lot of things. So like if you
If you talk sexually, is that you get kicked out? If you
depending
curse
on
too
how
much?
no, cursing they don't care. It's more so like if I'm like coming directly at
Harassment,
somebody. Like
right?
if I'm coming at you aggressively, individual as one person. Like
So
if
you're
I'm
attacking
talking
Stephanie.
shit,
She's ugly, and
yeah,
this is
because
that
there's
gets you
toxic
kicked
battles.
out.
There's toxic battles. So some girl is like, dude, like your team's broke. Like you can talk shit as a whole, but you can't individually like
Single
attack
someone out.
one person because then that's
So I can say your
harassment.
whole team's broke, but I can't say you're ugly.
Yeah,
Then I
like
can
you,
get
they
banned
don't
for
want
that.
you targeting individual people.
But I can say your whole team's
you can talk
horrible. Your
shit
whole
like-
team's crap.
yeah, 100%.
No one likes you. No one likes your team.
I think toxic battles are the most fun. I think it's just because I'm not a dude. I don't just sit there and stare at a woman and be like, let me give her $500.
Have you
like
got-
usually there has to be like something
That's
to
something,
it, like
yeah.
a little
Have you got a unicorn?
a uni.
A uni?
I've had.
I like a unicorn.
I've had 3 unis.
3 unis.
Yes, they're fun because there's a thing called a gift gallery. So like every week it resets on Monday. So like they fill your gift gallery every week. So there's a uni, a lion, like all these gifts. Lion's $350 or something like that. It's super fun. It's addicting. I definitely
So
would never.
you've made 20 grand, but you've spent 11
I
grand.
spent 11.
So you really profit for the year is like 9 grand.
Zilch. It's not a, not a damn thing. $9,000. But I love the game. It's just fun. And it also, like, when you are a streamer, when you're playing the game, it helps. Like, I meet you, you come support my battle, I come support your battle. Like, it's marketing.
Yeah.
You have to spend money to make money. That's just the way of the world, though.
Are you giving anybody a uni?
No, I refuse to give to uni because
You're like, I'm not giving you a uni.
I'm here to play for a long time, not a short time.
So what does
like,
TikTok make off this?
Oh, TikTok is
Yeah, they
Billion.
do well.
$1 billion company.
They do well.
I mean, I was just talking to my friend today, and he owns the agency, and he made 6 figures last month alone, just off TikTok, just the agency, just owning the agency. He made over 6 figures last month.
Dude, we need to start
I've
an
been
agency.
telling you this since I met you.
She's been telling me I should start an agency.
Met. We met, and I was like, "You should start a TikTok agency. There's so much money in it." I was like, "I don't think you understand. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but there's so much money in TikTok. Like, genuinely, I don't judge people that do it. I think like you're making money sitting on your butt. Like, stay-at-home moms, 10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10.
There's your stay-home job.
You
TikTok.
take an hour while your kid's taking a nap.
You're a stay-home mom. Go get a uni.
Go get a uni.
Go get a uni.
There's men that, and it's not even just like a you have to be pretty thing, because there's men that like funny women. There's men that like you're.
But there's no nudity. There's no sexuality.
I get
none
in
of
trouble
that.
for being in a bikini on live. You can
Really?
post picture like videos in your bikinis, but I get in trouble on live. But then there's also girls that are like, send me a galaxy and I'll oil up my boobs. You know what I mean? So it's like very different.
Well, how much is a galaxy?
They're picky. Choose $10. Like, some bitches be crazy. Or like there's this one girl that does like the send a certain gift and she'll change her skirt, and she like changes her skirt, and I'm like, the bills can't be that high. Like, you get that gift if you're sitting on your ass. Like, why are we changing our clothes on the internet? Whatever toots your
So
horn.
during
Yeah.
what's the most you've made under one battle? Let's call it.
In one, so I had
Or
my
sitting or whatever you call
Yeah.
it.
So the other, like a couple weeks ago, I had a big battle. I've only ever done 3. They're 5 minutes each battle.
Oh, that's it.
They're only 5 minutes long per battle. You can do multiple though, but per battle it's about 5 minutes, and then I made about $1,500.
In 5 minutes. Joe, we're in the wrong business.
We are. Yeah.
I want to be TikTok famous.
I was
And
excited.
you don't even have to be TikTok famous. I have under 5,000 followers. Like, I don't have a whole big following. I'm not like crazy out there. You genuinely just have to be an interesting human being. Because unless you're super fucking hot, if you are like 10 out of 10, the baddest bitch,
Yeah, you're gonna be
then you
fine.
can sit there and be as dull as you want to be, and they will sit there and they will watch you brush your hair.
I made
They
$2
really
grand
will.
brushing my hair for 5 minutes.
No, I'm not kidding. There are
That's
girls,
what I want, Joe.
There are girls though, but then
I
like,
want to brush my hair and make $2 grand.
We're
there's
not
this-
hot enough.
dude, there's this one girl, Sadie, and she's my favorite streamer like of all time, and she is married and she has kids and she is wild. And when I say wild, I mean like no fucks to give. Rolls around, like sticks her head in the toilet when she loses a match. Like, she is like off the walls, batshit crazy.
And people like
she
seeing that.
Makes literally $1 million a month. I'm not even kidding. She makes so much money. I don't even know what I would do with that much money in my life. Like,
I'll be honest with you, I just don't see the point in sitting there and watching some random person, girl or guy, that's
I
nothing.
watch her every morning. Like,
but,
I get an
but
alarm.
do you tip her?
It's not tipping. It's I play the game. But
What game?
so like the.
Don't you consider
can I
it
just
tipping?
show it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you just consider it tipping because you're not getting
Not
anything?
really though, because
Tipping, at least you're getting a cocktail.
yeah, but
or-
her chat's
Yeah.
fun though. Like, her chat, there's like if we win, then they do dare battles is how she does it. So like there's like an incentive to like, okay, I don't want her to have to stick her head in the toilet. But I think it's funny.
I want to stick her
think-
head
I
in
want
the
her to
toilet.
see her
I'm not
stick her head in the
tipping her
toilet.
nothing.
I think it's funny as shit. But I also think that like everybody's different. Like, there are some really boring women on this app. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are some girls I can't watch. Like, this is Miss Stanley. Oh, she's not even battling. Let me find someone that's battling.
But, we were talking on the last episode how it's easier for girls to date than guys. And
Okay. So this is a battle. So this is Heath. I'm on like his team, right? So then you
Alright.
like send your gifts like here.
Those are all the ones you own.
These
Those are all the ones you
are all
can
the
send.
gifts that you can send. So from like this little gift right here is a penny, literally 1 penny. But then this gift right here is $50. So it's like it's very
you give
very
whatever
different.
amount that.
And like he's at $39.41 that he's made on this battle, and she's at $29.46.
They each get that money.
And you do not like.
It's not you
get
win.
what you get. I get what I get. Win or lose.
So $40.
I still
let's say
made that money.
He makes 40. She makes 30. But he's only going to walk away with $20.
Yeah,
And then his
you got to
agency-
think. It's only a 5-minute battle. So if you're on for some of these people do it for 6 hours a day. Every 5 minutes, you're making $30. It's people make that an hour.
We need
at
to
work.
battle.
Like there aren't
You
even
want to battle?
That's
Let's
not even an
battle.
hourly wage at work.
Let's you and I TikTok battle and see who has a better. What do you call it?
A team.
Team.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Gosh,
battle
I
your
think
ass.
it'd
We're
be
gonna
so
battle.
funny. Oh, it'd be so funny.
I can't wait to battle you.
No, it's a lot of
Hey,
fun,
if I
though.
take my shirt off, we'll really get a battle.
But I'm in a gifting agency, so that also helps a lot.
So, like how you were saying, with how it's easier for girls to date than guys. I think that's part of when you were saying that. Why would these guys just sit there and give money to for nothing? Just to
I'm
kind of
sorry,
give it in a
I
battle.
wouldn't just sit there and give money.
In
Yeah,
art,
you're also a man who gets attention from women in person, though.
yeah.
I just wouldn't give you
A lot
no
of men
offense to anybody.
don't,
I'm not giving you
though.
a penny, a dime, a dollar, or $500 or a uni or a
But-
unibrow or whatever. I'm not giving you that just to watch it. And you don't even know who I am.
See, but they
You might be
think,
like,
but
"Thanks,
the whole
Jeremy,"
point
but, like,
is,
I don't
is
see the
they,
point.
they think that they're going to get something out of it, though. They think that if they sit there and they spend all their money on you, that at some point you're going to give that man the chance. That's what they think deep down in their
People
heart of
still
heart.
believe that?
No matter 100%. Men are. Listen. There's
you-
so much love in my heart to all the 3 men in this room, but like men are the easiest creatures on this planet. Like,
Yeah.
wholeheartedly,
Yeah.
you really are. You don't have to do much. Like Bike Week, are you kidding me? Like men it's just an easy.
Throw some
easy-
pasties on, make
You don't even have to do
$100,000.
pasties. You don't even have to go that far with it. Like you really just have to sit there and be like, "Oh my god, thank you so much," and like they fall in love. And I'm like, I'm not
I guess
that girl.
I'm different because I'm not
a
that
bitch.
guy. I'm not
a
that
bitch
guy.
and
I
they
don't
like
tip
it.
you. I'll be like,
So,
how much are your shots? $7. I'll give you 20 to go away.
yeah, but I still
I'm the
made
first guy to tell you to go.
$20, and you didn't even take a shot. So I now get to sell that shot for $7 to another man.
I should just take my shot.
I just got a free $20. You know what I'm saying? So men, like, no matter if you hate me or you love me, you still
But-
give me the attention. And that's just the way of the world with women.
If you read through, we got like over 500 and some odd comments on that video, right? If you read through, a lot of the guys, were saying, "Oh, well, women won't even talk to us," and it seemed like there was a lot of them. And if that's true, if girls won't really engage with some of these guys, I mean, at least they can talk on a TikTok. That's probably why
They
they,
don't
do
talk.
it. Well,
These guys
they
talk to you?
message.
They
yeah,
sit, they sit in
say
their
words.
chat and they'll sit in the chat and they'll comment and they'll do their little thing. Because like, let's say when I open up boxes, right? Like if I'm friends, like if you're someone that's been in my chat for a long time and we're friends and you'll get to come into a box and we hang out. Like I sat in boxes today while I was getting ready for like an hour with all my little guy friends from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just you chill out. And then you become friends with the people. Biggest tip advice, don't take anyone off the app. Don't be friends with them off the app. As soon as
Yeah.
What is that really showing you though? I say kids, but these kids are sitting at home making money.
These aren't kids that play.
No,
send
these are
money.
adults.
These are men that are old
Yeah.
enough to be my parents.
No, I'm saying like the ones that are doing these TikToks. What would you say the age demographic is of the TikToker?
like of a TikToker that makes decent money.
Right.
I would say between the ages of like 19 to like 28.
So we're showing the teenagers and the young adults sitting at home and not being social.
I wouldn't consider it not social though. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You have to be completely turned on in your head the entire time. You're talking to 110 people at one time.
Do you think TikTok's changed you a little bit in a good way?
No, I think it's changed since it got bought. Like since the whole selling situation. I think it's horrible now. I won't get back on. I stopped streaming.
Do you think that these 20-year-olds, let's call them 20-year-olds right now, it's changing the way they are by being on TikTok? Do you think it's giving more
100%. No, I think
self-satisfaction, self-motivation?
no. I think it's making people lazy as fuck. I think it's making people my age not want to do a real job. I think they look at the world as people give them money. They don't have to do a damn thing for it. Don't get me wrong. Are you taking the time out of your day to sit on the internet and do this? Though maybe you do an hour, maybe you do 3, maybe you do 5, but you're still only sitting in a chair in a room. Usually you have a setup, and then, I mean, you're not really doing anything for your money. And then it's the same girls though that want to be like, I don't depend on a man. You kind of do though, babe, like a little bit.
I'm independent. I don't depend on a man.
I love you, and I support.
Without that uni girl, you ain't paying your bills.
An exact man is not coming and paying your bills. You're not in a dependent relationship, but you're depending on 100 different men. That's the difference. I mean,
So
and
what's the difference between this and a sugar daddy? Nothing.
not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Actually, these men just get nothing out of it.
I was gonna say you
A
don't
sugar
have to have
daddy,
sex
at
with
least a
these.
sugar daddy either gets pictures or sex or something out of it. These men just get a, oh my God, how was your day?
Thanks,
I
Todd.
haven't seen you in so long.
Thanks, Todd, for the
At
alligator.
uni. Like, it's just so, I mean,
And
I
these
love
guys
it.
feel good about it.
And they love it. They actually eat that shit up.
Are you
Jeremy.
on TikTok?
He's like, no.
He's like, no.
And I have my people that I spend money on. Clearly, I'm a 32 badge, but
But I mean, you look at, just going back to the comments, they, a lot of the guys were talking about how, that women pay no attention, but on this, they're getting attention and they're getting what they crave, which is just females paying attention to them, talking to them that they don't get in the real world.
that's
Talking
so
to them?
sad though. Like it's
It is.
genuinely
It's
sad.
terrible.
Like I have this one friend on TikTok that I was literally saying that to yesterday. I was like, if you have to pay for her attention, you're not getting attention.
No.
It's fake. It's fake attention. If you're paying her, or she only talks to you right before she gets on live, she's not really that into you.
No.
She's into your bank account. That's what she's into. And she is eating it up because you're letting her. And I try to tell guys, and I'm like, listen, I was a streamer. I did it.
Yeah.
I did the games that they're playing. You're being used. And they're like, I don't care. And I'm like, whatever floats your boat. You could talk to AI. You could talk to AI for the free.
Yeah.
We had a little conversation with AI before the show today.
For the
She
free.
was so nasty.
She
was a raunchy.
very mean. Cactus this, and it was all over the place.
Some people like that though.
And, we're about halfway through the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Malia. There was no introduction.
She needs no introduction.
No, I'm just gonna
She's
hear.
TikTok famous, all right?
No.
But Malia did tell me that she is a whiskey fan.
I am.
So I went on a little trip to a concert the last week and went to see
Nice
Alan
hat,
Jackson.
by the way. I don't think I got one.
I'll get you one next week.
Really? That's how we're playing this.
But yeah, the and I was sitting backstage with the CEO from Silverbelly and ended up. What is that?
Your
sound?
TikTok's still on.
Oh,
I'm like, why do I hear this in the background?
yeah. So we were sitting with our Maddie Jackson, and we were going over. She's the master blender for Silverbelly whiskey, and she was going over just all the work that she's put in. She's a sommelier. And, they make a really good product. And I think since you're a whiskey person, I think you should try it.
Damn.
Little fear. This one is their single barrel. It's 115 proof. It's not available in the state of Florida yet, but delicious. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's try this.
cheers up. All right.
It's not bad. It's a little tangy.
Yeah. So it
I feel like
has
a caramel butterscotch a little bit. It's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, and this they have three different types out. They have a signature series too that was really good. I didn't get to take home a bottle of that though.
Why not?
I don't know.
They gave you a hat.
I did get a hat. But yeah, man, it was awesome. The Alan Jackson concert was fantastic. It was, super nice to kind of hang around backstage and all that. And, so I know I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff with Silverbelly. We're talking about the NSB Songwriters Festival, doing some stuff with that, doing some stuff here. But really awesome company. It's nice. It's from the ground up. You see a lot of these celebrity endorsed liquors. And like Kylie Jenner.
Oh, that tequila is
That's
so
not
good.
her tequila,
stop,
though.
Yeah.
because that tequila is so good.
It's some like bullshit brand out of Mexico. Like she just
818.
bought someone else's.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't selling.
No,
and then
but
she
it
bought
was-
another.
Yeah,
person's
and she
tequila.
put her
I'm
name
not
on it.
gonna lie, that shit is actually pretty good. Have you had it?
Is it good because she owns it, or is it actually good?
I don't fuck with the Kardashians like that. They're not my I'm not a keeping up with the Kardashians kind of girly.
I begged you for a keep up with the Kardashians.
I think they're annoying.
You and
They got
Kylie on
famous
TikTok
off of
together.
what? Getting fake asses and lip injections. Like that's crazy. Anyways, but the tequila is like water. Like it's I don't even like clear liquor. Like I'm a whiskey girl all the way, but like that's pretty good tequila. I would definitely put it over the ones in like a normal bar for sure.
See, they don't. It irks me when celebrities endorse something that they have nothing to do with. They're endorsing a product, putting their name on it, saying it's theirs, and they don't do anything with it. At least this one, she's the master blender. It's there actually putting in the work. And I respect that. And, anybody with money can just go put their name on a brand, okay, that's mine now, but to actually get in there and be in the, in the distilling process.
And it's kind of cool.
all that.
They came with a cool thing though, because each bottle, like each group is named a different song from Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
Did you see that? It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Where they'll come up with a new bottle, new flavor, and it's called whatever one of his number one hits is, and then another one. So they're all kind of related a little bit, which is nice.
Cute.
Dude, this, we made a Chattahoochee lemonade with this. It was so good.
Whiskey.
I'm actually putting it on the drink menu.
You are.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Not my personal drink menu, the restaurant.
I was going to
drink
say your personal drink.
I was like, I love how you just like made that clear.
Case of week.
It's like added to the mental list.
Yeah. The restaurant's drink menu. But yeah, it was awesome time at the concert. I got to go on my face made the big screen once. That was nice. I was like, oh, look at me.
That's cute.
As what?
I was just standing there.
Like not the make
The
out?
camera guy was like, boom. And then I had
It wasn't the
big
kiss
screen.
cam.
It was not.
I begged you to be on the kiss cam.
God, I was standing
How was
next.
the concert?
It was good. It was awesome, man. Even, he was getting up there. I think this is his last tour. So it was awesome that I got to see him on his final one. But yeah, he's still great in concert. Put on a great show. Zach Top, who's ZZ Top's son, he opened for him. He was really good.
Zach Top.
Yeah.
Said it's easy top.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was clever.
Clever name.
Yeah. But yeah, good time and, had some fun. A long drive home, I-4 was a nightmare. And I even hung out, in the stadium for an hour.
You have backstage passes, like hanging out?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get to meet him?
Yeah.
You met Alan Jackson?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was good times.
Thanks for the invite.
I tried.
You did call.
I did. He
goes,
yeah,
"What are you
act
doing?"
like I didn't call.
This is like Monday, a bike week. And he goes, what are you doing Friday? I go, bike week? And he goes, do you want to go to Alan Jackson's concert? I'm like, next.
Not only the second
Next.
busiest night of the
How
week.
about next Friday? You got to do it right there in the middle of bike week. But no, I didn't get the invite. It would have been fun.
Yeah.
I got a hat and been on the Jumbotron,
you would have gotten a hat if you came.
but I didn't come.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a hat.
That's why you didn't get a hat.
Thanks.
And Malia, you're 21?
Yes.
All right. So super curious. What is the dating life like
Horrible.
at 21?
Horrible.
She didn't.
Actually
She let you finish. She was already horrible.
You don't even have to finish the sentence. Horrible. Actually disgusting.
So we had Hey Pal, our guest last week, and we were talking about how younger aged women around 21, 22, 23 are going for the older guys now because it could be, it's probably money has a big portion to play with it, but because it's somebody that actually does something, works, they're not living at home with their mom
100%.
like most 25-year-olds are now.
Yeah.
And is that like in your mind, are you going for older guys because they just have their shit together?
Yeah. I mean, stability is attractive.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. And I don't mean financial stability because, like I just said, you sit on TikTok. And
Yeah,
make
you do
money.
your own-
You don't
you make your own
need
money.
One individual man.
I think it's more. Do you think it's I think it's interesting?
Maturity is also a big thing. Like your frontal lobe's fully developed. Like that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. And at a young age, you don't realize how much that actually matters, but like it really does.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like maturity is a very big
Because girls tend to be more mature than guys.
100%.
So when you're 23, let's say, your maturity is probably of a 27, 30-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a 23-year-old guy, your maturity level is probably of a 12 to 15-year-old. So, I think it's different.
I'm curious because reading a lot of the comments, it was crazy. How much because that you said that's attractive. Stability is attractive.
100%.
How important is sexual attraction compared to like a stability attraction? Where's the balance?
I think it should be an even 50-50. I think if you're looking for a partner, I think you should find them just as equally attractive physically as you do mentally. Like, I don't think there should be. I think if you're like, oh, I really just am going to try to be into this guy because he's stable, like that's not the person that's meant for you.
Yeah.
Like, that's me though. I like them both. I won't get with a guy that I'm not attracted to just because he's stable. I think that's stupid.
So it's a good thing, but I think a
But a lot of women
do.
100%. But
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about it. If you had a guy, if you were a 21-year-old girl who was living with her parents, right? And you had a multi-millionaire that was like, I will pay for everything that you want in life and da-da-da. And no, you're not attracted to that guy. but he has given you everything that you're wanting in life. You suck it the fuck up and you do it. And that's how some girls see it. And if you want to be unhappy, like physically, you
that's
have
what
the
it's gonna
material
be.
things of life that you want. You have the purses and the red bottoms and the whatever you're wanting, but you're also miserable, like sexually, for the rest of your life. Fuck that on so many levels. No, thank you.
That's why the divorce rate's so high.
61%,
If
67%.
you're not attracted to your man, no matter how good he is in bed, you're not going to have fun in bed. That's just the truth. You have to be like somewhat attracted.
See, and I think that's the difference between, men and women.
Yeah.
I think on our end, that's all right. We can
You
we can get the job done.
Yeah, you don't need a cute face to get anywhere. A guy can use a potato sack.
I
and
turn
it's
it
fine.
down.
Bullshit.
I swear to you.
Bullshit.
I have turned them down. I swear to you, I've turned them down. I have to be mentally and physically attracted to them. I'm telling you, I can't.
Jeremy's such a girl.
I'm calling bullshit.
What do you mean you're calling bullshit?
Calling bullshit.
On what?
Dude, you're telling me in all your years at 2 a.m. you didn't say, okay, you'll do.
No. Well, a couple times, yes.
Uh-huh,
But
so you've done it.
No, I've done it.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it's not on a regular that I do
I'm not
that.
saying it's on the regular, but it happens.
I'm not just like, oh, well, it'll, no.
I don't think
It's not worth it.
I don't think girls really have that 2 a.m. like, oh, he'll do. Do they?
Yes.
No. Because there's always
Yes,
another.
they do.
There's
Thank
always,
you. Jimmy and I are on the
you
same
have
page
your
here.
fallback card, of course. Everybody has a
Everybody
fallback card.
has that.
Yeah, but that's not like a random 2 a.m. guy. I mean, usually you have like your guy that you low key fuck on the side. That's like kind of just there. That you're like, hey, I'm free. You want to fuck? Like cool beans. But I'm not gonna go. You got me fucked before you got me fucking an ugly dude from the bar just because what? I'm bored. No, I'll fuck my guy that I text. Like there's always a fallback guy, and that's just the way it is. Is that you go out, you have your fun, and then if you don't find one, you go to your little side piece. That's how it kind of works.
Now, one of the big things also, they were saying, well, we go up to girls, they shoot us down right away. They don't even give us a chance to talk. They don't give us a chance to show them who we are.
We actually just had this conversation, and I think that that's so funny because men do it wrong, 100%.
Men do it wrong.
They approach by trying to get into your pants.
Yeah.
It's
Wrong
a horrible way to approach. You don't.
But every girl gets hit on that way.
That's exactly
every
how we
guy
get hit
comes
on.
up to you, try to hit. Him. You're cute. You're hot. You want to fuck. I got money. So you got to be different.
100%.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
them. Turn them down. Turn them down one time.
Oh, Jeremy's advice is horrible. Do not take the Jeremy's advice.
No. I'm telling you, it's worked more than times I like to admit.
What I used to do,
I mean, I've gone to girls being, I don't get it. What do you mean? I go, I don't get it. Every guy's staring at you. I don't see it.
I would be so offended. Like genuinely.
But would
deep
it
down
not
low,
interest
it
you?
would fuck with
Would
no,
it
it
not
wouldn't
That's
interest
his
to
game.
get into your pants. No, it
To
wouldn't
not
interest
say-
me. It
I'm
would not
telling
interest me.
you.
You're like, I
I'm
don't
telling
understand.
you, it
That
worked.
would be like you calling me ugly
Listen,
and then being like,
no, I didn't say.
why aren't you horny?
I didn't
Why
say.
aren't you
No,
attracted to me?
I didn't say I would go and be like, you're ugly. I don't see why every guy likes you. No. That's not what I'm saying. But if I'm just like every other guy, if I walk up to you and be like, you're hot, can I buy you a drink? I drive a Ferrari. You're like every other guy, right?
100%.
Whether they're lying or they're telling the truth. But if you give them a little challenge, you give them a little, I'm not really interested. I mean, you'll do. You're nice. You're pretty. But I got 13 more of those if I really wanted it. Then they start to hype up a little bit.
so you're playing the chase game. It's still a game.
He
No,
likes
just
to be
like my thing.
chased.
I know
I
everybody
feel
does.
like I have to interject on this one.
Are you agreeing with me or are you going to argue with
I'm
me
agreeing
too?
with you.
Thank you. Two against two.
I'm a musician.
TikTok
so
battle right here, baby. TikTok battle.
As a musician, I have zero game. I don't know what I'm doing. I just stand there with my stupid guitar and wait for them to talk to me.
Do they come and talk to you?
Yeah, they
Do you have your hair blowing in the wind while you do this, like the
Got
fan?
little
Yeah,
groupies.
both of them are blowing. By default, I'm ignoring them and giving them the non-attention that you're doing purposefully as a game. I'm doing because I'm stupid and
they love
I
it.
just don't know any better. Yes, they love it.
works.
I'm telling you, they do.
It does, but
If every guy in this room, not the three of us, but if there's 30 guys in the room and the 29 come up to you, you're hot, like the same thing, same 12
Yeah.
comments.
I mean, of course.
What's up with the one guy that's
because
not coming?
why?
I want to be the
like,
one guy that
what's
goes.
the reason you don't want me? Of course, that's just how it works. Because it's like you want everyone
But
to
you
want
don't, you don't insult a girl. I would never walk up to a girl like, you're ugly. I don't see why every girl likes you. No, that's not going to work.
Well, that
Not
is
it.
some
But I'm gonna
random personal punch.
I'm going to challenge your mind. I'm going
100%.
to challenge your mind. I'm going to lean up and be like, well, you've been hit on 15 times tonight. You ready to go home with a real man?
Period.
See,
Better.
I had a different approach, and my game doesn't
What's your
matter
approach?
anymore.
Oh, let's hear
I
your
wanna hear
approach.
your approach. Go
So
ahead.
I loved it when a group of guys, like 4 or 5 of us going out together, right? And you find
All guys.
you find the 4 or 5 girls that are
By
out
themselves.
together. You find that group, right? All right. So say we're sitting at a table there at the bar. All right. Well, I'm going to go up to the bar. I am going to stand next to order my drink. They're probably the least attractive girl out of the group. I'm going to stand next to her. And I'm going to order my drink, look at the bartender. I'm going to look to my left because I always make them on my left. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And then I will find something. It doesn't even matter what it is. I might not even like it, but I'm going to compliment her on something.
The number 5 of 5.
It could be whatever.
Wait. Let me make sure I got it. It's the 5 of 5.
What?
The non-attractive one of the 5.
Yeah.
You're going to compliment her.
I'm just going to compliment something.
Here it goes.
I'm going to compliment something little, just like,
That's
oh,
how you
that's
get
really
in.
cool. And then as I'm walking, I'll get my drink. I walk by, I'm going to be really nonchalant and be like, hey, y'all better save us a dance later. Or you better save me a dance later. And I'm just going to go back to my group. And I'm going to wait like 15, 20 minutes. I'm not even going to look at them. And then I'm going to go up and be like, hey, the boys want to know if y'all want to take a shot with us. Super nice guy. I complimented their friend. I wasn't hitting on them. By the end of the night, come on.
They know what you're doing,
So
Joe.
can I tell you something real
They
fast?
do it.
Like
I
as a
love it.
female, you're buying the whole group a shot. They're gonna talk to you no matter what the fuck came out of your mouth from the first time you made eye contact with the duff.
Oh, absolutely.
The first time you made eye contact
Yeah.
with the duff, right? So that's how it works. And I mean, duff is the friend that you're just got. Like, you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're approaching the duff, if you're a hot dude, like if the hot guy is talking to the duff of the group, it's very obvious what's about to happen. That group is about to make their
Women
way.
want-
We know we're 2 steps ahead of you 24/7.
I was the middle looking guy.
We are.
I was never the
Women-
hottest guy.
Listen. Women want a challenge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Not all women,
if you,
Not all.
Not 8 out of 10 women want a challenge because they get hit on every day, all day. Get like we talked about the gas station, slide into your DMs, your text messages, your ex who cheated wants you back, the new guy you met in class wants your phone number to help you with homework. Like you get hit on day and night. Every girl in this world gets hit on day and night, some more, some less. If you give them a challenge, you have to challenge their mind and you're in.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, here we go. I don't want to come and be like, oh, can I get your number and we'll talk? And like, you're beautiful. Oh my God, you like Star Wars? Me too. Like, I don't like any of that. I want to lead up against you at the bar and be like, so every guy's hit on you. How many drinks did they buy you? And you're like, I bought 8 drinks. Let's get 2 more Jaeger bombs and you're going to make him buy for you and me. It's a challenge. And they like a challenge. I'm telling you, it's just, you have to challenge their mind. Stop looking at their body.
Yeah.
Look, challenge their mind.
See, but it's
It's
also
all a
hard to find
challenge.
a man that's also worth like a conversation. Like these men suck.
But you'd never know
They do,
until you
though.
have the
See, but then
conversation.
they open their mouth and you're like, ugh.
No, I'll agree with her on that. Because I mean,
Like,
I've stood
okay,
next
he's
to
in the bar scene. Like you, just Bike Week alone, you saw some of the guys that were at Bike Week as a
Horrible.
single female, right? Yeah. These men are actually in corduroy pants. Okay, like they're just funny. And
I
shit.
laugh at how funny they
And
are and
it's
what they
just,
do.
they are so embarrassed. Like my secondhand embarrassment gets so bad for these like young guys. And it's like, you could win. Like you're a hot dude. Like you are an attractive guy. You just don't think before you speak.
Yeah.
Like in your head, you are leading with, I'm trying to get into her pants. And it's so clear that that's all you want to do.
Well, I think that depends on age too. Because when I was 21, 22, 23, it's all I wanted. I didn't want to.
But it's also guys in like their 30s, 31, 32, 33, 30.
Yeah.
I've seen some of my guy friends, dude, they go out and try so hard and they go home alone.
Yeah.
I don't try. And it's out you there. I'll give a girl my number and be like, I'm busy tonight.
Well, it's because you're not trying.
I don't try.
Yeah.
If you don't try, it'll happen.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, what are you doing tonight? You want to slide over at 2? Like, you want to go get donuts at 2 o'clock in the morning? Knowing they're not stupid. I mean, these girls aren't dumb. You have to give them a little bit of challenge. And if you don't give them everything at once, they want to know why. Why has every guy done this, but this guy gave me his number, but doesn't want me to go home with him?
But not all girls look at it like that. Some girls look at it as, okay, if he won't, another guy will.
You got to
Very
read
much.
the. You got to read the
Their
person.
mind-
There's
They're-
very different
But their
females,
mind
though.
still wants to know why he didn't.
Sometimes,
You're right.
but some girls just don't give a fuck, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Like some girls really don't care what you think about them, or if like you want to be with them, or if you gave them their phone number. Like some girls really don't care.
You have to find
Like-
what their interest
Guys
is.
are
What
have
they're
to
looking
find what
for.
their interest is.
All you got to do is read them.
It's the ickiest men that are always like, I don't understand why I'm getting shot down at the bar. And I'm like, because you looking like a walking stick of syphilis.
Do you tell them that? Do you tell them that?
Yes, I do. I'm very honest with men. I love to watch them cry. I
You're a
do.
heartbreaker over there.
No, not because they fell in love with me. Just because, like, what the fuck just came out of your mouth? Like, be so for real. And I tell them that because you really just thought that, said that, heard yourself, and like backed yourself.
Do you know how many times I've gone out with like the guys and they're hitting on girls? I'm sitting there by myself, right? On my phone doing something, and one of them will leave them and come talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
Well, because
why
Yeah,
aren't
why aren't you
intrigued?
engaging?
And then
Yeah.
I go, what's wrong? What's wrong with
It's intriguing
what's wrong
that
with
you're
Kobe?
not
Why aren't you over there?
interested. That's
And then I act like I play along like I'm not even interested. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so you're dating? I'm like, no, I don't date. you know, and I'm literally blunt and almost like, I don't really care that you're here talking to me. Like, I'll entertain you. I'm not mean,
Yeah.
but I'm not really entertaining it. And I'm like, what was wrong with Steven? Oh, well, I'm like, well, you know, go ask Steven to buy us a shot then at least or something. And you challenge them a little bit and they're all like, the heck is going, you have to challenge their mind. Women are not stupid creatures by any means.
Oh, they're not.
Women are very smart, but you have to know how to challenge them.
Yeah.
They're not that smart when it comes to being challenged. Then they want to go why, and they want why
What did that
answers.
video say? There's what women say they want. There's what women think they want, and there's
And
what
the
women
one
what they
actually
want.
respond to.
100%.
That's what it is. I want what she actually responds
100%.
to.
But half the time, women don't actually know what they actually want.
Then you,
That's
yes,
the
they
difference.
do. That you make them. You make them.
They
say
know what they
want.
think they want.
They want to go home with a
Like-
musician.
I don't.
So, question for you,
I do.
Your head is crazy.
Jeremy. I've been out of that game part of life for 10 years, but I like the
married,
challenge.
You've been married 12. You better say 15.
No, but I liked the challenge. Like that, it wasn't so much the sex part. Like that's fun. I like that, but like my favorite part, like the personal enjoyment I got out of it was when I would get the girl home and she would take her clothes off for the first
succeeding.
time. Like that.
That's a success.
Because you're a male. Alpha male.
Like
I
that.
won.
God,
I got
my
it.
20s, that was just the greatest feeling in the
And
world. I just
did you
shot
ever-
for that
did
feeling
you-
every day.
Did you ever turn him down?
Huh?
Did you ever turn him down?
In my 20s?
Yeah.
Very rare.
I'm telling you, turn them down, they'll come right back.
I didn't have a problem. It just happened anyway. I didn't turn anybody down.
You had the whiskey.
Yeah. He was a great friend.
Liquid courage.
It's true,
Malia,
though,
do you
man.
find that the drunker they are, the more alcohol they have, the more...
There's such an egg. There's a drunk man is the biggest egg in the entire world. One, and you also know, tip to all men in the world, if you are trying to get laid, do not get wasted. We know what fucking whiskey dick is, and we will stray away. If you are already wasted, I'm not going home to get whiskey dick. I'm
Wait,
not
y'all
doing that.
remember that?
Dude, it's I stopped going home with men from the bar a long time ago because of that. Like, it's such a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. And I just want to laugh at you. And I'm sorry not to be a bitch, but I do just want to laugh at you a little bit. Like, come on. You wasted both of our times. I could have been in my bed in my pajamas having a great night watching Grey's Anatomy. Why am I here? But if you're getting wasted in a bar while trying to get laid, all girls know about whiskey dick.
But in your 20s, do guys get in there? I never had it in my 20s.
I never had my
bad.
20s
Dude,
either.
I've had it happen more times than I wish I could have said. Like,
Really?
Like such a real note, because for a while I thought like, he's drunk, no less work. You know what I mean? Like, no effort has to get put in. So it's like easy target. You know what I'm saying?
Double the effort.
It's just like, oh, and then they're done. End game right there. They're signed up for the night. Like, give them an ounce. A drunk guy, you give this much attention, and they're in love with you for the night.
Oh,
It's not hard. It's not hard. But drunk men are the biggest ick. Like, the biggest ick. A drunk girl, she's thriving. She's having a great night.
Yeah,
A
but
drunk
Joe,
guy.
you went out a lot drinking and picked up chicks.
I did.
Were you ook?
I don't think
Were you
I was.
wasted? Were you like a drunk guy?
That
or
would-
were you like a guy out having fun with his boys?
So in my 20s, a lot of it was drunk having fun. Like, I could keep my shit together. I mean, granted, there'd be some nights where I'm like, how did I get here? But I
Or
mean,
wake up in the morning, how did I get here?
yeah, like for the most part, like if I had a goal and like I was gonna try and bring someone home, I wasn't getting shit faced.
No, because then you end up with
Like I wanted to remember what she looked like.
See, that's
naked.
a smart guy's decision though. Like, there's a lot of guys, and especially this generation, like my generation, horrible with that thought process.
Really?
I don't think men my age actually know what that is. I don't think they get taught anymore what that means.
They go out and get as drunk as they can, thinking it's going to work.
Thinking that, because they're trying to go shot for shot with the girl they're trying to take home. You never go shot for shot with the girl you're trying to take home. You want her to be a little drunker than you. And I don't mean that in like a horrible.
I was gonna say, in these days and age, you got to be really
very
specific.
I mean, like,
Sign
you
this
just,
contract, we're going to my house.
you don't get the girl wasted. I'm not saying that, but like, you cannot get that drunk because nothing's gonna work for you. Like, it's just your body's not gonna function
Yeah, see,
unless you are like a active user of Blue Chews. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
The Blue Chew.
I didn't experience whiskey dick till I was like 35 for the first time.
that's a crazy statement.
Yeah, like 35.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, I was older.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe these guys are just broken.
20.
Yeah, that's
problem.
wild to me at
I
like
could be
that age.
falling
'cause
over.
Actually,
I could be falling
I
over
literally had a
drunk and have no
conversation
problem.
with like 3 guys at Bike Week about that. And I was like, y'all aren't gonna take a shot? And they're like, no, we're trying to like stray from whiskey dick. And I'm like,
Huh.
interesting topic. Okay.
How did
That's
it
one-
evolve to the younger generation? What did we put in the chickens?
So for real, the milk's getting a little strong. I don't know.
See, that's wild. That was never a thought. The only reason that, like I said, I would stay, not super, I wouldn't get hammered is just because I wanted to remember it. It
That
wasn't.
and men puking is actually disgusting. There's no going back.
I think
There's
anybody
no-
puking is just
no,
disgusting.
but like girlies could do it different. Like a man on his knees.
I'm done.
On a
If it
bathroom-
pukes, I'm done.
It.
If you puke, it's done.
Imagine
If it pukes, I'm
imagine
done.
seeing imagine you go home with you like a 2-man, right? Like you and your homeboy on a 2-man, and you get back to your house with you and that girl, your homeboy and his girl, and he's fucking on the bathroom floor, hugging the toilet, vomiting. And tell me that's not worse than a girl. It being a dude.
I would
hugging
love
Well,
the
if I can
toilet.
shut the door, I'll just take the 2 girls.
I was
I'm
going
good.
to say, I take both of them.
Happy as a clam.
Oh, you're a bad friend. You're a bad friend.
Close the door. I got them both.
I'm gonna
Have
give,
fun in there,
I'm
buddy.
going to give him some water and make sure he's got a towel, but I'm taking your girl too, bud.
I'll give him the water in the morning.
I'll get one that night. I don't mind.
Me and Thailand we went on 2 women one time. And this guy was puking all over the place. We kicked him out, while he's puking. I was like, get out of the house right now. Like, get out right now. Like, I'm not touching you with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I couldn't, like, if a girl puked, like, I no way I could have sex that night with her. No way. I can't do it.
I've had that happen.
Brother,
I've had some rough nights.
So what's your roughest? You can take the rest of the whiskey if you want.
She needs the rest of it. You might want to give her the bottle.
You mean like the,
Yeah, I want your ickest of ick.
like off memory? I've had some rough ones, but like memory-wise, I definitely almost get arrested at IHOP.
IHOP?
I was at, Razzles. Okay, listen.
That narrows it down. Razzles and IHOP.
That's where it started, is IHOP. We went to Razzles, and I was a regular, like Wednesday through Saturday, regular. Sick. And
She had the VIP card.
no, I really didn't. It was disgusting.
The platinum.
Like my shoes like permanently stuck to the carpet for the rest of my life. But we get wasted, and I usually go and sleep on the like sidewalk outside. And like I would lay outside.
You had a spot on the
I
sidewalk?
did. I had this like so right outside like the front door. Like my bouncer would stand right here, and I'd be like, "All right, well I'm gonna take a nap." And he's like, "Okay." And so I would just like lay down and curl up like right outside on the sidewalk, and no fucks. Like I didn't even think twice. I thought I was just, who cares? It's tacky. So if my friends are like, we're gonna go to IHOP, I'm like, okay. So they pick me up off the concrete. We start walking to IHOP. We get to IHOP. I'm shit faced. And they sit me in the middle booth of like the middle between 2 people. And I looked at this random ass man that we met at Razzles that night because my friend was somehow on a 2-man with me, and I didn't even know that we were 2-man in. Okay, we're always on a mission of some sort. And I'm like, you need to move. And he's like, why? I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Puke in this man's hand. Okay, like full blown. I was like, I'm gonna puke. Move. Sticks his hand like full blown. Who does that? I would never. I wouldn't even do that for Thailand. I wouldn't even. No, thank you. You're not puking in my hand in the bar. So I run to the bathroom. I end up like sprawled out on the bathroom floor, like covered in my own throw up, fucking like just sleeping on the IHOP bathroom floor. They called the cops for public intoxication.
Fair.
I was a minor. Okay, keep it.
They should not have
I
called
was
the cops.
18 years old. I was 18 years old. Like still in high school.
Senior trip.
Still a senior trip for real. And Tylen's like, bitch, get off the fucking floor. So she comes and she like picks me up, and this random man, I don't know where these men, I've never seen their face again. We never saw them. This was like, I remember them picking me up out of Val's truck from falling out the seat. It was a bits and pieces kind of night. But she picks me up off the IHOP floor. Someone throws me over their shoulder, and the cops are pulling in as we're pulling out of the parking lot to come arrest me for public intoxication. Like they were coming in to get me.
And your
And I'm
angel,
like-
your angel got you to home. Your guardian angel.
Thailand for life, because she would.
She found a random guy just to pick you up, take you
she
home.
literally, she was like, get her. And I'm like, he's like, okay. And he's like, I'm covered in throw up. And he just like throws me over, and she's like, I'll buy you a new shirt. And he's like, okay. The power of being a hot blonde, because Thailand has the ability to walk up to a random man in an IHOP and be like, I know she's covered in throw up, but will you throw her over your shoulder?
I'll buy you a new shirt.
I'll buy you a new shirt.
Man.
No, I almost got arrested. The only time I've ever had an interaction with cops is public intoxication for sure.
That's not a bad one. That happens.
No, it's just a little tacky. It's just a little tacky. Well, I've been drinking whiskey. Like that's all I drank since I was 16 years old.
Smart girl.
Not really. I wish I was a seltzer, like cutesy little sex on the beach. Like I wish I was a cutesy.
Want to get White Claw wasted?
I want to get White Claw
wasted.
Let me get White Claw wasted. Like I would kill for that. And like a White Claw tastes not that they're nasty. Like I would rather do that than I drink JMO though.
I was
That's
a JMO
smooth,
drinker.
That's good.
Yeah, when I was a professional, Jameson was my my go-to.
What makes you a professional?
6 nights a week.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
God, it was yeah. I would take one night a week off, but yeah, and I would go hard 6 nights
I
a
always
week.
took Monday off. Monday was my like recoup, revamp.
I would wait till my body told me I couldn't move,
Yeah.
You're
just
done.
depending on the
See,
day.
that was bike week. That's how I felt at the end of that. I literally, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, sleeping all day. I'm sleeping all day. I will not be getting out of this bed.
All right, so we're getting to that time, and on the show we do a segment called "Come On, Karen."
Come on, Karen.
Come on, Karen.
So we take people send in 1-star reviews that they've gotten or they've seen. They send them to us, and then we dissect it a little bit. So Jeremy, I saw this one, and it was just utterly hilarious. The name of the place was My Drunk Uncle, I think.
That's the name of the bar?
Yeah.
I would go there.
I would definitely go there.
So, of course, I can't find it ever. Yeah, so I was like, man, this is a pretty cool name. I like it. And then I was like, well, it seems fake. I was like, there's no way this is real. And I was like, and then I found it. And it's in Wisconsin. The Drunk Uncle.
Okay.
So I was like, there's no way this is real. Like, the 1-star review, I really wish there was half a star for these ratings. But even then, that would be generous. The bartender, Austin, I won't say his last name because people look him up, but it's on there, is a drunk and is the sloppiest bartender I've even dealt with, supposed to be ever. The place has terrible drink selection. It's as if your 1905 Southern redneck uncle came back from the liquor store and said, only real men drink this. Terrible place to come. So, you know what? All right, if you have a drunk bartender, I get it. And no one wants to deal with a drunk bartender.
No.
The owner's response from the drunk uncle is just fantastic. He says, I wish I could give customers a 1/4-star review. We have nobody named Austin that works here. We have one that drinks here, but our guess is that you two hooked up and he never called you back because, well, we know why. Sorry your relationship with someone who enjoys the greatest bar in the entire world didn't work out for you, but that's 100% on you, not us.
That was a good one.
And I was like, there's no way that's real.
Can
we give
went
him
and
a
found it.
5-star?
Dude,
That's an employer I would work for.
when we go to Wisconsin, the drunk uncle, we're coming.
We're coming to the drunk uncle.
Because holy shit, like I've never seen an owner respond like that. I was like, everyone wants to say shit like that,
But
nobody
I
does.
love that he has the balls to say it.
Yeah.
I try less is more on those things.
Well, I mean, when you
I'm
name
sorry to
your
hear that,
place the
please.
drunk uncle, I mean, all bets are off. You can pretty much say whatever
I mean,
you
if
want.
you're
And
going to
Austin, the
drink at a
bartender.
place called the Drunk Uncle, you can't be that surprised.
I like that
Yeah.
bar. The drunk uncle.
I
It's
do.
cutesy.
Where you going tonight, drunk uncle? Sounds
Yeah.
good.
A little creepy, but fun.
It's definitely not a place you go to the alley
So-
behind the bar by yourself.
Hey, we go on ladies' night at the drunk uncle. That's creepy.
Not ladies' night.
So, Malia, I got a question for
Yes.
you. The big question on our last big short was: is it easier to date for women or men?
I think technically you could say it was easier for women because we have more options, but on like a depth level, men have it easier because like the girls that are into you are like usually
Into you?
substantial
Yeah.
women that are into you, not just want to sleep with you. Men, let's say you walk into a bar and there's 50 men, 25 of those would sleep with me, but maybe 3 of those would actually have a conversation with me that's more than just like, what color underwear do you have on? You know what I mean? So it's like you have more options, but more options of what is what really you could, I think I look at it that way. Because every guy would sleep with you. That's just the truth. I mean, it's not hard. If I walked up to when I was 18 years old, that was my selling point. I was like, I'm just looking for no strings. What are you interested in? I don't want anything. Do you want anything? Don't text me
Line of
tomorrow.
guys down the block.
Like, I'm very straight up. I've always been very straight up, but now people like to beat around the bush and pretend like I want to get married and have kids when I really just want to sleep with you. Like these men are crazy. So women definitely have it easier, for sure. But men get substantial women more than women get substantial men.
I agree. Mm-hmm. And, I think guys, when you're single and you're young, you're in your 20s, at least for me, maybe I'm not like all guys, but I didn't want anything. I was just going out to get laid. I was going out to get drunk, have fun.
But did you tell girls that you did want something when you didn't?
No.
So, I read the
That's the
situation. I
difference.
lied my ass off.
I never
sometimes.
lied.
See, but that's the line. See, that's the crazy part. There's no point because there are girls coming from one that used to be, I didn't need you to tell me you wanted to marry me and have my babies and grow a house and a family and have the picket fence.
No, that's what your boyfriend's for. And
Exactly.
not me.
See, sometimes like I love a guy who's just straight up like, hey, I'm not looking for marriage. I don't need a wife right now, but I would like to hang out with you tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, okay, he wants to sleep with me, but he's cute. So it works out. I'll hang out with you tonight.
Malia, who cheats more, men or women?
Oh, women. For sure. Women cheat 100% more. We're just better at hiding it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, 100%. And I will say that. And I love women. I do. Men are horrible at hiding cheating because they try so fucking hard to hide it. Y'all go through so much to try to hide it that it's so easy to find. Women, you'll shake that motherfucker's hand. You'll meet him. You went to lunch with him 3 days ago. He's not a random guy that you don't know. He's a guy that is always around. He's the guy that she helps out do this, or that's who your girl's sleeping with. She's not sleeping with random Joe from the bar. She might be getting free shots from random Joe from the bar,
Right.
but she's cheating on with you, someone you know personally.
Your best friend's cousin.
You might have even like gone to his house. You might play video games with this man. I'm gonna be so real. Your homeboys are not your homeboys because they will.
Are you my homeboy, Joe?
Because
I am your homeboy.
But men
Are you my homeboy?
Men also don't think because y'all go to each other and you're like, I fucked this girl and it was like this and it was so good like this. You're telling your guys how good your girl is in bed. That's what you're doing. You're like,
You're egging them on like, hey, you should try this out.
You make her sound more intriguing than you should. You should never make your girl sound that intriguing to other men because they're every man, there's always a man that'll do it better. There's always a man that'll do it better. And that's just the full-hearted truth.
Oh, there's always someone better
truth.
at anything. Always.
100%.
Always.
Now, women just are better at hiding it because we'll tell you straight to your face. You just don't hear what we're saying. That's the difference. Is you just don't tell the full truth. You tell enough to where it's not lying.
See, I
don't cheat. Let me make very clear. I do not cheat. I am single as a Pringle. But the truth is, 100% women cheat. Girls' nights?
Girls' weekend, I would never let a girl I dated go on girls' weekend or we were breaking up.
If your girlfriend is coming to Florida for spring break.
I saw that TikTok.
Endgame.
Your girl's in Fort Lauderdale for spring break and ain't your
Fort
girl.
Lauderdale, PCB, Daytona Beach, Florida. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
they do joint spring breaks now.
No.
Well, we are getting to that time. And I love it. Malia, thank you so much for coming on. That was awesome.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
This was the first. It was cool.
I wish we could get this going a little bit longer, but damn time constraints. Well, yeah, thank you for coming on. Guys, if you're out there, take some womanly advice. And women, stop cheating on your guys. That'd be cool. Have a good day, y'all. Remember to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify.
X.
Later, y'all. Oh.